everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney, and happy Tuesday to all of you. Folks, we have a big week happening. There's a lot going on this week with a couple of sales. I have my Destashify makes here for you. I did not get both fabrics made up, but we'll talk about that in a second. But we have got a big week, and we have got two big sales happening this week. Number one, if you are thinking about having your colors done, or if you've kind of been toying with it, or whatever, it is an absolutely fantastic week to do that this week. You may have seen over on Instagram yesterday, but Color Guru is having their Mother's Day sale this week, and it is 10% off any of their packages. And my code, TomcatColor, gets you an additional 10% off the sale price. So it doesn't come up to quite 20%, but really close to 20% off for that Color Guru. So if you've been toying around with maybe having your colors done or anything like that, that's who did my colors. That's all of this is Color Guru. Anyway, I highly recommend it. And yeah, I talk about sewing in a color palette or dressing in a color palette all the time, whether that's something you put together yourself or something that you have professionally done. So anyway, now's a great time to grab that. And Love Notions is having, this is the biggest sale that they do during the year. Love Notions does 3 sales each year, usually one in January, one around now, and then one around the October timeframe. January and October are usually 30% off sales, but the May sale, I mean, this is like April going into May, is 40% off. So everything at Love Notions, all of the products they sell, classes, patterns, everything, with the exception of the new Crescendo jeans, because that's a new release, everything else is 40% off. And when you use my code 10TOMCAT, you get an additional 10% off the sale price. So it is a fabulous time to start grabbing some of those patterns that you've had on your wish list, or a few that you want to start sewing up for the summer. It's just a really great time to grab those. So anyway, those are my PSAs for sales this week. It's a very big sale week. So just wanted to throw both of those out there before we get started. Okay, Destashify. I have made 2 things with my Destashify fabric this week. One thing did not get made. So I had 2 fabrics. I had this beautiful coral, salmon, whatever color you want to call this, linen, and then this really pretty kind of a butter yellow tinsel twill. I have a ton of this tinsel twill left over. I do have my daughter's pants cut out. So I've cut out the Protea pants by Paradise Patterns. They're still a interfaced pile. They're ready to be sewn. I just ran out of time. In the month of April, Jenny and I, well, as you're watching this, we will have attended 2 sewing shows. And I also took a trip to New York with my mom and sister to see my cousin, the one that got married in Italy last summer. She had her first baby. They got married and then got pregnant. So they've got a brand new baby there. And so we are heading to New York to see them and the new baby. And then just have some mother-daughter time. My mom's in remission right now, and she's done with all of her treatments for right now. She still gets tested and stuff to keep an eye on all of that. But while she's feeling good, while she's in remission, we are absolutely taking full advantage of that. So we did a trip there to New York. But it was been like Cleveland, back a few days, New York, back a couple of days, and then Chicago for H&H. So, which is where I am when you're watching this video, actually. Anyway, April got away from me. So these pants got cut out, and I cut them out with the projector, which is very exciting. But I didn't get a chance to make them up. So I will talk more about these when I get them made up. So stay tuned on the pants for my daughter. I will say the Protea pant pattern, so it has 2 views. It has a view with the pleats, which is the one that's here, and then one that's just a plain front. It's a waisted trouser, wide leg, but it also comes in 3 different inseam lengths. So I was able to cut a straight size for my daughter, and I didn't even have to shorten anything. I just made the shortest inseam length that I think it was the 28-inch inseam length, and we're good to go. So that's very exciting. And she's excited for me to get those made up, but she did say, she's like, Mom, it's okay, because I was gonna try and push and get those probably. I can make a pair of pants, a pair of trousers in 2 hours. which is probably an afternoon, but I had hit a wall and she could tell and told me, Mom, don't worry about it. You can sew them when you get back. So I'm going to push those off into May. And maybe I'll just wait and put those into the Destashify video in May. We'll see how that all shakes down. Okay, but the two things I did get done, and again, I've got a lot of that tinsel twill still left over, which is great. There was, it was a 5-yard bundle, and I didn't use very much, maybe 2 for those pants, so I probably still have 3 yards of that left over, which is always nice. And I've got a hair in my lipstick. But the other fabric I grabbed is this beautiful linen, and I did use all of this, and I am very pleased with the pieces. So if you are new maybe to Love Notions and you're like, oh, they're having this big sale, I don't know what I should even buy. These are both Love Notions patterns that I've made, and I'm absolutely loving them both. So we've already gone over my Arya. This is my Love Notions Arya button-up shirt and, or button down, it doesn't matter. Technically it should be button up, but anyway, button down refers to the collar and having buttons on the collar, but I think it is called the button down shirt. Anyway, this was the size medium with the full bust front, and I didn't shorten it. I did not shorten this one at all. I did shorten the sleeves by, I think it was either 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch, because I wanted this a little bit oversized without actually being oversized, because I'm short and things can overwhelm my frame easily. So I left it, a lot of times I shorten my patterns 1 inch at the waist to bring the waist up, but I wanted this one a little bit slouchier, and I'm very pleased with how this one turned out, and I think I'm going to wear it a ton this summer. It makes a great jacket, wear it open over things. I can tie it up, I can wear it untucked, I can wear it tucked. I love linen in summer. I absolutely love linen in summer, and you will even notice that this is a little rumpled because I've worn it, and that's how I like the rumpled linen. That is one of my favorite things. So I won't talk too much more about it because, again, I did a whole video on it last Tuesday. Is that right? This is my entry into the Sew April Blouse 24. But I did use a fun contrast bias tape for my hem to do kind of a bias hem facing. It's how I do all my shirt tail hems with bias tape. It makes it so much easier, and it's a fun little pop, or you can use same fabric, but it makes it so much easier to sew the convex and concave curves. For all my shirt tail hems, I use bias tape, and it's a really lovely finish. So yeah, so that is the first thing that I made up with my linen from Destashify, and the second is a pattern that I kept meaning to try, and then just, all of a sudden the summer was gone, and then, we're out of season. But this is the Tenley shorts, skirt, and skort, I think is the whole full title of it. So this pattern is elastic back and flat front, and it comes with a couple of different options. You've got kind of just a straight short with the, flat front, elastic back pockets. You've got a real flirty skirt, like for drapier fabrics. You can also make this in knit and woven fabrics. So, drapier knits, or almost like a full skirt, like a real swishy skirt. And then there's like a swishier pair of shorts, what I would call culottes, like from back in the day, where it looks like a swishy skirt, but they're actually shorts to be nice and comfortable. And then they've got the straight skirt here that's a little bit just more like an A-line above the knee skirt. Also here with the pockets, and both of the skirts can be made as skorts. So there is, and it's not just putting the shorts inside the skirt. They have a like a biker short pattern that is included that you sew in. Now the biker shorts need to be sewn in knits always. That's just how they're drafted, but that's what I've done here, and I'm so excited about this. So I made the straight skirt. So this is just the flat front straight skirt in this linen. It's such a cute color. I can absolutely golf in this. I don't golf a lot in natural fibers. I tend to do like the athletic wicking stuff. But because it's a skirt and I've got knit shorts here underneath, I would definitely give it a go. Just sometimes linen and cotton start wicking too much of your body sweat, and they can get really heavy and grow and stuff like that. But I would give this a chance, I think, on the golf course. But honestly, I would wear this just as an everyday skirt, just for running errands or whatever. For the under shorts here, I just grabbed a Rayon spandex jersey that I had in my stash that's in this kind of like tan color. because I was worried that anything that I didn't want anything color-wise peeking through my lighter colored linen. I mean, it's a pretty good weight linen, but I wanted something that was more like nude to me in the back, just so there wasn't any peeking out at all. So again, this is a rayon spandex. It's not, you know, looking back, if I were making the skirt again, I would probably put an athletic knit in there, just something with a little bit more compression, just so it would hug my leg and not move around, you know, like right up on my leg as easily. Because the bike shorts that I've made to work out in that are in the athletic knit, those stay put. I don't have any issues at all with those riding up, and I'm like running and doing elliptical machines and stuff. Like there's a lot of thigh rub that happens in those, and I'm not having any issues with those riding up. But these, it's just the fabric's a little bit drapier, and I mean, it works. And if they ride up a little bit in my crotch, not that big of a deal. It's not like you can see it. Just have to like discreetly pull it down a little bit. But yeah, I absolutely love this thing. So if you are looking for an alternative to shorts for the summer, I highly recommend this pattern. I love a skirt in the summer. I have a couple of athletic skirts that I wear in lieu of like gym shorts or whatever, like if we're going out hiking, or gosh, when we went to Disney World and we're gonna be walking around all day, instead of wearing like athletic shorts, I almost always grab a skirt. I have since made a couple of bike shorts to work out in, but I mean, I think even still, like if I'm out walking or, you know, stuff like that, the athletic skirts are my go-to. So I'm very excited to have an everyday skirt in my wardrobe, and I think it's going to get worn a ton. So, and I love this color. I love this color so much. This is on my color card. This is kind of my pink. And it is, I just love it so much. So very excited about both of my linen pieces. And again, I used all of the fabric for both of these. Okay, I grabbed two fabrics with it here in April that I'll make up in May. And I'm also very excited about these two fabrics. So the first fabric I grabbed is this gorgeous cotton, and it's like a it's a yarn dyed plaid, basically. Get up so you guys can really see this. And these I mean, these are my colors, right? The orange and the red, the warm red, and there's a little lilac that goes right up through there. It reminds me, it's not a Madras plaid, but it kind of reminds me of a Madras plaid. And when I saw this, all I could think of was shirt dress. Like I really want a shirt dress out of this. This will be fantastic for summer. So it's a looser woven cotton, and I think it will be absolutely wonderful and breezy and comfortable in the warm weather. And as I was trying to decide what shirt dress to make out of this, Pattern Scout released the Vivi, I think it's the top and dress, or blouse and dress and blouse, something like that. Which I love Pattern Scout. Pattern Scout does cup sizes, which always, of course, ticks all my boxes and makes me happy. But what really sold me was this view that I'm showing you, this kind of midi-length view, and it looks like it just kind of skims the body a little bit, so which is a fantastic silhouette for me. Now, it does have a waist seam, but it's not a fitted waist seam, so it gives it more of like the kind of like the my knit Wanderlust dress, or that Robin dress that I made, the woven one that I made with Destashify fabric a little while ago in that rayon file, you know, where it just kind of skims. So then it's not hitting at an actual waist point on me, and it makes my torso look a little bit longer and makes me look a little bit longer. But I absolutely, I mean, it's going to be a little pain in the rear end to match my plaid, you know, across waist seams and stuff like that, but I think it'll be fine. I'm going to cut it out with the projector because I think the only alteration I'll need to make is probably shortening it at the waist. And maybe the skirt. I maybe want to shorten the skirt an inch, and then shorten the bodice probably an inch at the waist to bring everything up so that it hits me where it's supposed to hit me. But I absolutely want to make a sleeveless one. I love that camp collar, and yeah, I think it's going to make a great shirt dress. All right, so that is fabric one. Okay, fabric number two. Guys, look at this print. This is a rayon challis, but look at this print. I'm trying not to get ahead of my lights and then it gets all shadowy. Isn't that stunning? I mean, these are all of my colors. The base is probably a little bit wider than what I should be wearing, but I think all of these spring colors on top of it make it a spring fabric. Spring being my color season. I'm a copper spring. But absolutely love this. And I can't remember how much there is here, but I feel like it's a lot. I mean, it feels like it's quite a bit. So there's a chance, I'm going to make a blouse out of this because I'm just kind of dress heavy at the moment, but there's a chance I might be able to get a dress out of it too, but I'm going to do the blouse first. And the blouse I decided on, the seller, bless her, pops in, and I've ordered from her before, and she's done this before, a few like little extras. So she put in some like sewing stickers and some buttons, like vintage buttons that match. Well, they both match this fabric here, but the red ones also match the plaid fabric. And then she popped in two little laces. Let me set this down. But these two little baggies of lace. So there's a green, and then there's this real warm, like orangey, rusty kind of red color. So I've got both of these colors, and they both go really well with this fabric. Okay, a couple months ago, I guess, Seamwork, they put out 2 new patterns each month. I'm a club member. And if you're interested in being a club member, I actually have 50% off your membership link that I'll link down below if you're interested. But you get credits each month. And you can buy the patterns, you know, by themselves as too. You don't have to be a member of the club. There's a lot more that goes with the club membership other than just the credits. But you get 2 credits each month, and those credits can be spent on any pattern. So 1 credit per pattern, including the old Colette patterns even. Anyway, they had a pattern a couple of months ago called the Dara, and it's this beautiful blouse, very simple, kind of free-flowing, nice open neck, you know, a gathered-in sleeve, just really pretty and simple. But there was an option for lace insertion into the front, like in the seams here, and they've got a whole sew-along that goes with how to do that. And when I saw the lace in here, I was like, oh my gosh, I totally want to make that top, and I'm going to put the lace insertion. I'm going to do the lace insertion. So I don't know if I'm going to use the green or the red. They both go. I'll put them both. I'll have Ginny help me decide, but I'll put them both up next to the fabric, and we'll make a decision on which one we think would look the coolest. But I'm absolutely going to do that blouse. I think that would be such a cool blouse to wear in the summer months because rayon is just so breathable and light and flowy, and it would be cute tucked into shorts. As I'm looking at my skirt here, I don't really have any colors of the skirt, but honestly, I don't know. I feel like that goes just fine, kind of. And these rusty flowers, it goes kind of salmony pink. I think I could do it. I think I could pair this blouse with the skirt if I wanted to. But just real easy to wear as the weather gets warmer, and a really cute top. So that is what I'm going to do. And this just was very fortuitous that she popped in some lace that goes with this. And immediately when I opened it up, I was like, oh yeah, that's what that's going to be. So I'm going to make the Dara. And again, I think there might be enough fabric left over for maybe I don't know. We'll have to see how much fabric's there. Maybe some kind of a summery dress, though. Maybe even a wrap dress. I don't know. I don't know if there's enough there or not. I'll have to wait. I'll cut out the top. We'll see what's left over and what I have, you know, space to cut out. But I just love these colors. I think this fabric is absolutely beautiful. So there we go. Folks, those are the 2 fabrics that I grabbed from Destashify this month. Here are my 2 Destashify makes. Again, I will try and get my daughter's pants made up this month so I can show that off in the May Destashify video at the end of the month of May. Yeah, that's all I've got for today, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Don't forget about those sales that are happening this week, and I will see you guys again on Friday. It's a pattern release. Friday is a pattern release, so you absolutely want to be here because it's a really good one, and it's great. Ooh, actually, I could use maybe this for the pattern release. Okay, well, I'm just going to leave you thinking about that a little bit. Yes, but there is a pattern release coming up on Friday, so stay tuned. I will see you guys then. Bye.